So I've been a host on Airbnb now for about 2 years and currently run 4 Airbnbs. Each one does very well and has given me a life with a lot more free time to make YouTube videos. So in this video, I thought it'd be fun to show you the numbers on how much my newest Airbnb listing makes me in just 1 month. Some context for you, I picked up this listing back in December and negotiated 2 months rent free. So I had December and January all for free to furnish the place and make it look nice. Let me tell you, furnishing a 5-bedroom apartment all by yourself, it's a little tough. Luckily, I was able to finish it in time to get it up and running for New Year's Eve, which was a real confidence boost because basically it was just proof of concept that this listing was going to work out in this area. Now, although it got booked out on New Year's Eve and made pretty good money for those first bookings, that booking was actually one of my worst guests, and I got a whole story on that for you in one of these videos here, so check that out after you're done watching this video. But since then, it's been about 3 months of the listing running by itself, pretty much fully automated ever since I put in all the hard work up front. Now, for those of you who don't know, January through April is actually some of the slowest seasons of the month for Airbnb. I'm currently out here in Philadelphia and the Northeast gets cold. So who's looking to travel to somewhere where it gets cold and miserable? Even though January through March are easily the slowest seasons here, I was still able to pull in a profit, which is a good sign because that means summertime should kill it. Around May time is graduation time for colleges, so a lot of parents, families, friends, relatives, they're all coming into the area, and the bigger the family, the bigger the place they'll need to stay at. Luckily, my 5-bedroom house can sleep up to 16 people, so that definitely helps bring in the larger groups, which leads to larger revenues. Now, with all that being said, let's go into Airbnb, look at the numbers for how well my listing did in March of 2022 and see how much my net total is after expenses and cleaning. Get ready, the numbers will surprise you. All right, so as you can see, we are currently in my March calendar, March of 2022. These are all of the confirmed bookings we've had so far. As you can see, today is the 28th, so theoretically, these 4 days could still get booked out. We're just gonna go with the fact that they're not, and we'll see how well the month did without those days. You'll notice weekdays are a bit harder to get booked out. Like I said, who's coming out here in the middle of March where it's cold and windy to Philadelphia? I know I wouldn't. Just kidding. I like it here. Okay, so let's pull up the calculator. All right, let's look at this first booking right here with Sam. As you can see, that was $1884.71. So that was for 15 adults. You can see the breakdown here, cleaning fee, the taxes they pay, the fees they pay. This is how much they actually paid, and this is how much I get paid. So it's kind of crazy. You can see the difference on how much Airbnb takes out of this. Airbnb is almost getting an extra $1,000 in fees. On the host end, you only pay out about 3%. So Airbnb definitely favors the host more than the guest, which is interesting. All right, let's go to our next guest, Jason. All right, now let's go to this next one, Gom Gom. Let's go to Colleen. Next is Bill, who only did 1 night. Now we'll go to Phil, who also did 1 night. Then we'll go to Jalissa. This one was crazy because she had a whole youth group with her. There was like 16 kids in there. Just one more. This guy booked just 1 night. Ghazali. So this is the gross income we got in March, which is pretty insane. And that's with, I don't know, 70% occupancy. How many days do we have unbooked? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12 out of 30 days that were not booked. So you're a little over 50% occupancy and you're getting 7K. Imagine if we had 100% occupancy, I would safely say we could probably hit 10K gross. For those of you that don't know, gross is the money you make before expenses. We'll be talking about net very soon. So this is the gross income that we've gotten for the month. Now we got to deduct some expenses. I do pay a professional cleaning service to clean my Airbnbs and prepare them for every new guest. I pay them $165 per cleaning. Now, all we have to do is just multiply 165 by the number of bookings we had. 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to do 8 bookings times $165, which is the cleaning fee, gets us $1,320. Now, the next expense we have to account for is my rent. This is a rental arbitrage. So I am renting it from a landlord and subleasing it on Airbnb, all with his permission. Learned all of these tactics from the famous Airbnb automated Sean Rakizic. So if you're interested on learning how to Airbnb arbitrage or subleasing apartments on Airbnb, check out his YouTube channel. So much information and can potentially change your life. Now, the total rent I pay per month for that unit is $27.50. Since that unit is next to the current unit I live in, I'm able to split my Wi-Fi between both houses with an extender through Verizon, and I was able to get a deal on that. So it's $80 a month. So you split that between two houses, $40 for Wi-Fi. Electricity can vary, obviously, but my electric bill for that one was ranging between $200 to $300, and that's being pretty high. And just to make it a clean, even number, we'll make it $3,000 a month for the rent with the Wi-Fi, electric, and water, even though I don't think I even pay water. Yeah, so we'll make that $3K. And that's it as far as expenses go, because with my cleaning company, I don't have to supply any toilet paper, any cleaning supplies, nothing. No coffee, nothing. I did all the upfront costs in the beginning when I furnished the place, and then they take it over pretty much completely and make it very, very passive, if not completely passive. So now we can add up our gross income with our expenses. Minus $1,320 for cleaning, minus $3,000 for rent, which equals $2,834.91. So in the month of March, I was able to profit $2,834.91. Now you might be thinking, is that good? Is that bad? What's the deal? Well, it depends how you look at it. If we look at it from an investor standpoint and the rate of return that we're getting on our money, you could say that I spent $3,000 in the rent and the utilities to get back that initial investment of $3,000 plus an additional $2,834.91. When you look at it that way, the rate of return on your money is almost 94%. A 94% return on your money in just 1 month is insane. You could throw that money into the stock market and hopefully get 8 to 12%. Now, obviously, there are a bunch of risks with this, as in there's no guarantee that you're always going to get this much money every month. Some months you might get, I don't know, nothing. You might actually go under and not make rent, worst case scenario. Other months you might even get more than this. You'll probably get like 100, maybe 200% return. And before anybody in the comments says anything about taxes, let's say we account 20% that you're going to pay on taxes, even though I think these numbers, they're already taking the tax out. I'm not sure. Let's say if your net income was $2,834 times 20%, $567 that goes away to taxes. You're still making $2267.92 divided by 3,000. You'd still be making like a 76% return on your money, which is still really good after tax. It's up for you to decide if you think that's worth it on your money. I personally think that's amazing. And when you start to scale these numbers, that's where life-changing money is happening. Because even with this, like I live a pretty minimalistic life. I could live off of extra 2 or 3K a month. The cool thing here is that yes, an extra $2,000 to $3,000 a month is awesome. That might not be enough to replace your full-time income, but once you scale it, maybe have 5 of these. 5 times 2,000 is $10,000. $10,000 a month, that's about over $120K a year. After tax, you're still at a little under $100K a year. I'm pretty sure you can live a pretty comfortable life with that much money. And once you figure out how to do one listing, you just replicate the process and do it again. Right now, I'm on my 4th and I'm pretty comfortable. I'm not balling in any way. Like I'm not a millionaire, but I can comfortably say that I have a lot more free time now and I don't have to work a 9-to-5 job, and I get to make YouTube videos, take on freelance work, travel, do whatever I want. So it just depends on what your goals are. If you even like real estate or Airbnb and you want to get into this, I think it's a great investment. It honestly changed my life. Yes, the market's getting more and more saturated every day, but if you can differentiate yourself and you stick with it in the long run and you run a good business with good customer care, I think you're going to do pretty well. So I hope this video was able to shed some light on the power of Airbnb and how awesome it is. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. And if you already have an Airbnb, then check out this video here on the best smart devices you need, and this video here on how to increase your bookings. Peace.